everyone. Welcome to another episode of Buttercup Skincare podcast. I am your host, Noxolo Sokweba, and today I am with a special guest, Tendani Ramovha. She is the founder, managing director, and cosmetic chemist of Tens Holding. Tens Holding is a cosmetic manufacturer and retailer, and they also provide cosmetic training. And today we sit down with Tens to chat about what drives her, the benefits of natural skincare, and how to make your business God's business. Hi, Tens.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
So, you are a busy lady who runs a manufacturing company.
Yep.
I would just like to know, how do you unwind and catch a break between running a business and managing a household?
All right. So I think I'll answer it in two parts. I've got a very good lady that runs my household, which means I really do anything at home.
Okay.
What I do as a mother is obviously entertain my children, make sure that I'm available for them. And we do that with holidaying. And when I talk about holidaying, I'm not talking about going far or going somewhere exotic.
Yeah.
We can just have a game drive or we go somewhere else where to see something. So I'm a lover of animals. So if it has to do with animals, I will be there. But wild animals, not just any animals.
I was about to ask, can I bring my dog?
Nah, won't work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when I was reading your bio, it stated that you graduated with a national diploma in biotechnology.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Was that something you've always wanted to do growing up? How did we get to that?
So when I was at school, I was very good in biology, science, and maths.
Okay.
And we had a career development teacher that would guide us in terms of what we need to do when we finish our matric. And it always gravitated to something that had to do with science or something that has to do with biology. But I really didn't understand what that meant in terms of a career going forward. So I understood that I'm going to do some science stuff, but not understand what would be my journey within this biotechnology.
Yeah.
And it just happened that I didn't like it at all.
Oh, okay.
So for 3 years, I studied because my dad said, you chose it, you finish it. If you stop, then I'm not going to do anything for you anymore. You make the decision, you must get the consequences. So that's how I came to study biotechnology. It was really about science and maths and biology. And then I chose a career that has got those 3 subjects.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after you finished, did you then go on to practice as what would the
term be?
Yes.
I'd be a biotechnologist.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did work, and that's when I realized that it wasn't for me. So I worked at 3 laboratories.
Okay.
The one was water testing in Pietermaritzburg. The second one was isoleucine fermentation. Which was in Durban. And then the third one was in NHLS in Baragwanath Hospital.
Okay.
I really didn't like it because it's routine work.
Yes.
Every single day you're doing the same thing. And I was just not happy in that environment.
Yeah.
So while I had studied this and I went into doing the actual work, I realized that, yes, I really don't want to go on and continue to work in the laboratory. The other aspect is I'm driven by money and there isn't much in that sector.
Yes.
So I think that was another push to say, if there's no money, go find something else that you can do. Yeah.
And your executive experience in pharmaceuticals and skincare companies, did it also come from a biotechnology?
No, not at all.
So that was not related to
not
this.
at all.
And how did you then end up in that space? Yeah.
So I was with another guy in my work, and he told me that there's pharmaceutical marketing, and they're looking for people that have got a science degree. So I then asked him, okay, what do you get? Because for me, it's what is the the reward at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And he said to me, you get a car. At that time, I didn't have a car.
Nice.
You get to earn a lot of money. You don't need to have petrol money. So the benefits were like very
so
good.
good.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I think that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And he set me up with the agency. And in 6 months, I was hired as a pharmaceutical rep. In one of original companies, AstraZeneca. And I worked as a sales rep for about 4 years in that industry.
Okay.
I really loved it. That is when I fell in love with marketing and science because it was just meant for me.
Yeah.
I thrived and I found that it was such an easy job to do and the returns were very, very good.
Yeah.
So it really drove my aspirations in terms of wanting to do more in the sales and marketing space. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you end up in cosmetics, hence Tens Holding.
Yeah.
How do we shift from the sales job into Tens Holding?
I think let's start from what was I doing from the day that I started my degree to when I started working.
Okay.
It was all the will of Tendani.
Okay.
There was nobody else that I considered in my career. So I thought I am enough to make the decisions. I have enough drive and I didn't really need anything else in my life to make a good choice in terms of career.
Yeah.
So with that, I then left pharma industry after 15 years, venturing into cosmetics as a general manager in South Africa. It's one of the international companies. And it just happened that I didn't like the environment, I didn't like the company, and ended up leaving without a job. And this is where God comes in my life.
Yeah.
I would say 6 years before that experience, I had started really getting to know God. I had decided that it is time I find this person that is always there for you all the time. So I'm Catholic, so I started going to church and really being present. I was intentional when I did that. And I found that I started learning a lot more about myself, that my abilities are not only my abilities. My life is known by God. He has paved the path for me. And at that point, remember, I thought the path that I have, I was doing very well. I was excelling in my career. I was being promoted all the time. So I felt like it is all me. That's when I learned that there's the power behind you that is always there for you, but you are not recognizing that person. I always wanted to be a CEO. And the move to this company was going to give me the chance to become a CEO.
Okay.
So when I decided that this is not an environment I wanted to be in, I decided to leave work.
Okay.
And it just happened that it was March 2020, which is just when COVID hit.
Yeah.
So the worst mistake I made in my life was to leave work, not knowing what COVID was going to be.
Yeah.
And that's when God came into my life.
Sure.
And how God came into my life, he had to disrupt everything I know so that I could go to that path that he had created for me. So it was not my plan to land in in cosmetics.
Yes.
It was my plan, it was God's plan to be in cosmetics.
Okay.
I was watching YouTube, I was unemployed, I had all the time, and I just happened to find this lady that was making soap and selling soap.
Okay.
And I thought, this is easy. This I can do. But having to do it was a different story.
Yeah.
So that's how I landed up in marketing, in cosmetics. So it was God, COVID, and then cosmetics. Yeah.
Sure. But how tough is the decision? Because I feel like sometimes we want to be in control, right? We pray, we're like, God, I want to be the CEO, make it happen, right? And we spend all our lives trying to make sure that that CEO goal happens.
Yeah.
So how hard was it for you to shift from this is what Tens wants, but this is what God wants?
I don't think there was a move. I think there was a shift in industry and career.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm a CEO of my own company.
Actually, yes.
So that happened.
Yeah.
So God's intervening was there to get me to my goal quicker.
Okay.
And my thinking was to be CEO in a corporate environment.
Yes.
And because I loved sales and marketing, it was easier for me to believe that corporate is going to give me that goal.
Okay.
And when I shifted into cosmetics, especially manufacturing, I realized that I've achieved my goal.
Yeah.
But I'm also doing 3 things that I love: sales, marketing, and manufacturing cosmetics.
Yeah.
So God's plan was even better. It was curated that it would be my passion that I would be leading every single day within my career.
Yeah.
And I don't spend a day worrying about what I'm doing because I love what I do.
Yes, absolutely. And what confirmed it for you that this is where God wants me to be?
What confirmed it is when all the hurdles that I would get, God will open the door.
Oh, wow.
So at every turn in terms of manufacturing, so obviously when I started, I had very little investment.
Yeah.
I also didn't know the industry. I had to study.
Yeah.
And during COVID, for me to spend money on something that I didn't know it will give me a return was a risky idea. But I decided that I'm going to go all out.
Yeah.
I want to test this and see if I can get there.
Yeah.
And for every milestone I had, it was a challenge, but God opened the door.
Yes.
You know, and the things that were happening were unreal to me because I'm used to being in control.
Yeah.
And this time around, it was not me in control.
Yeah.
When I'm about to give up, you know, he just opens the door.
Yeah.
When I was like, okay, no, this is not going to work out.
Yeah.
He opens up the door. And I remember the last part when I was selling in the market, I was making quite good money, but I felt it's not enough, you know. And while that was happening, people just started asking, can you make the products for us? Can you make the products for us?
Yeah.
So I didn't think of the idea, but God planted those people to come to me and say, here is an opportunity for you.
Oh, wow.
And because of my nature, I don't see an opportunity and let it go. I go out and I'm like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And I think that tenacity with God's plan and knowing that he's with me all the time made it happen. I always say to my children, I don't pray, I speak to God. And my conversation with him is not the normal conversation of a prayer.
Yes.
I sit with him as if he's sitting in front of me and I ask him, God, what's happening now? Why this? How do I get to do this if you are not with me? And I'm telling you that it won't be today that I'll get the answer.
Yes.
But by believing the answer is coming, I'm here because of God.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, Tens. Yeah. Now we're in cosmetics, right? We've left our nice corporate job and we're in COVID. What inspires you to keep going during COVID? I mean, yes, we have a plan. We know this plan. We have an idea and we know it's from God. But we are in COVID. We're not making money. How do you get through that period?
So I'm from Limpopo in Venda. And the first thing I always ask myself is, why did I leave my home to come to Johannesburg? Okay. And the reason I came to Johannesburg is to look for a better future. To find stuff that I would not get in Venda.
Yes.
So I'm here to fight for my space. So when COVID hit, I was unemployed. I had good savings, but when no money is coming into the bank, you know, you start to see your savings depleting. The one thing that I did, I spoke to the banks. I went to the banks and I said, I can't pay your house. I can't pay the cars. I am willing to come back when I can work and start the negotiations again.
Yes.
And I realized that by talking, they made it easier for me to still have my liabilities and my assets in one without really saying, okay, I'm going to lose this.
Yes.
The second aspect is my children. So I'm a single mother.
Okay.
I've got 2 kids, a 22-year-old boy and a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And seeing them every day
Yeah.
was inspiration enough for me not to give up.
Okay.
So I always believe that when there is something going wrong, you will always see good later. So I don't focus on what is going wrong. I focus on the good that is in future. And that's what I really do with my life.
Yes.
Whether it is personal, business, I always say, I am in this situation. What would good look like? This is what good would look like. And my focus is always there, not what is currently happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. I think often as people who believe, we tend to include God in our personal life and when we want that promotion. But not so often when we start a business, we feel like all of that is on us and we forget that there's someone we're working the journey with.
Yeah.
So I really love that.
Yeah. So I think, God will teach you lessons that you think won't come.
Yeah.
I was that person. I felt that I could do anything in life, but he had to disrupt me and my life to show me that I'm not in control.
Yeah.
And for me, that was the biggest eye opener of my life. Yeah.
And how has your executive experience helped with the business, getting the business where it is today? And maybe also the experience from the degree that you were like, bye.
I always tell my dad that you didn't waste your money.
Yeah.
Later on, I'm using that knowledge that I gained. Yeah, so I think my degrees, my experience in corporate has really helped to shape the business that I'm in. I am not coming in from a naive aspect of how a business runs.
Okay.
So the executive experience that I've got allows me to tap into finance, into HR, into marketing, into sales, into operations. I've worked with factories. I understand how a factory runs. I've worked with budgets. I understand what is to budget and how to reinvest the money. So that was a big plus for me because I was not starting to learn skills that I didn't have. Those skills were already there. And I think that they were perfected at a corporate level where I had no risk. I couldn't lose money there. I had not put in my money, but I perfected those skills there to help me to be better in my business. It's not the first business that I'm starting, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Was there a business before this one?
3 businesses before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 3 businesses before.
Are they still operational?
No, they're not. They're not operational.
Okay.
But those experiences as well helped me to be where I am today.
Yes.
So the networks I have in corporates, the experiences that I've gotten, when I put them in a bowl with the learnings that I have, the schooling that I did for cosmetics, really gave me an 80% recipe that is ready. I just need to put in the 20%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we often hear people say most businesses don't make it past the 5-year mark. And if I'm not mistaken, you are almost 6 years now, right?
Yes.
Has that ever been a worry for you at any point?
It wasn't a worry. And the reason why it wasn't a worry, I was not wanting to be a millionaire in a very short period of time. So that was my first objective, to say you need to be grounded.
Yeah.
Okay, you are starting a business that you want it to be there in the future. So one was that I didn't want to be a millionaire very quickly. Second was that I'm going to not take money from the business until I can see that the business can run itself.
Okay.
So having told yourself that for 2.5 years, you are not going to take a single cent as a salary and only take the money to reinvest back into the business.
Yeah.
That's what kind of helped me to say you are building the right foundation. This was not something that I would have known if I didn't work in the corporate environment.
Yes.
In corporate environment, you invest for a while,
Yeah.
and only when you start seeing the benefits, you then start to reward yourself.
Yeah.
So for me, I had given myself 2 years. It became a little bit longer. It was 2.5 years where I did not earn a single cent from my business.
And you are full-time in business?
I'm full-time in business, yes.
Wow.
100% full-time. Yeah.
And I think for me, this is inspiring because we so often hear you are unemployed. In South Africa, we have such a high unemployment rate, and people will say, start a business. You get 350 from the government. Start a business. But I always say it's a bit hard, right? Because first of all, maybe this person does not have the experience and all of that, but also they still need to live, right? So it becomes an issue if I'm selling to live, right? And how did you live?
Okay. So I think what was important in my life was saving.
Okay.
So while I was in corporate, because you're in sales and marketing, there are bonuses, there are incentives.
They're quite good.
Yeah, they're very, very good. You kind of live a different kind of a lifestyle.
Yes.
Yeah. So in that 10 years of my experience in the executive space, I did save quite a lot of money.
Okay.
And that money is the one that helped me for those 2 years when I was unemployed, trying to start this business, to pay for my stuff that I needed to pay. So school fees, bond, car, houses. And for me, if I didn't have that, I think I would have looked at a different solution, because I would have needed to sell to live with. But in my case, because I had that little nest that was there, it really helped me not to focus on you sell today, you use it for the next day. So that helped. And the person that is instrumental in this is my partner in life. He's the one that came into my life in 2004 and said to me, you kind of waste money. And I was like, no, I don't. So I took about 10 years still doing what I was doing. And after 10 years, I realized that, yes, I am wasting money. And I need to start being responsible. So that was something that helped me. But if, let's say, that savings was not there, or let's say that I had the savings, people think that I put in 100,000 into my business or 200,000 into my business. I didn't. I only had 5,000 rands.
Sure.
I had 5,000 rands, and I thought, what is the cheapest cosmetic product I can make? It was scrubs.
Really? Scrubs were cheaper too?
Yes.
I thought you were going to say maybe a moisturizer.
No, scrubs, because scrubs contain a lot of sugar.
Yes.
So I'm putting in about 80% of sugar in a scrub.
Okay.
Very little shea butter, very little oils, color, fragrance, and then you get a beautiful a scrub. So our base product started as a emulsified scrub, which was called a scoopable scrub. And that's what I sold for about 6 months. And that money, every single jar I sold, it was 150 rands. I think my cost was about 25 rands. So for every 25 rand I've spent, I'm getting 150 rands. And all I did was stack up the cases of sugar. That's all I did. And that is what helped me to get to that money to start a new product. So from that scrub, I then went into body butters. And then from there, I went into body oils. So I wanted products that didn't require a lot of investment, but that would be able to give me a little bit more in terms of profit. So that's how I started.
Sure.
Yeah.
From a sugar scrub to what we are today.
Yes.
What has Ten's holding evolved to from that scrub?
Okay. So it evolved from being relying on markets to sell the product. It has evolved from being 2 men working in the garage to a 286 square meter of a warehouse. We now employ 11 people in our company. We have semi-automated machinery now, and we are able to do capacity of about 500 kgs in a day in our lab. So for the last 6 years, we have really progressed, but gradually. For me, the biggest aspect of a business is to keep your overheads low. If you can keep your overheads low and your margins are much higher, your chances of growing are much higher because you can reinvest back. So I watch my margins. I watch my expenses. I like a hawk. I don't, my cash flow statement, I check it every single month. And the reason why I do so is to make sure that whatever revenue that's coming into the business can support us at least for the next 6 months. If I don't sell anything in 1 month, the business should not die. I should be able to continue with the business. And with that, you get, you're at peace because the people that are working for you, they're not living from hand to mouth. You know that I can still make this work. I still have another 5 months that we can try again and then get it right. And sometimes there's a month where it's really bad. I mean, July was our worst month. It's always our worst month. And we then come into August and say we're going to work much harder. And that's what we do.
Sure. Wow. I mean, I think the lesson I'm hanging on to is also the importance of saving back into the business. And when you started, were you alone or did you start with people who are helping? Because the reason I'm asking that is I would like to get to, can I do it all by myself when I start, and then maybe, I don't know, 5 years down the line, I can bring in people? What is the importance of doing because I know the vision. I am the one who has the vision. I want to do everything myself.
So I started in my garage as a one-man show. And the only time you need to change is when that person alone can no longer service the demand that they have. So it's not starting by, I need someone to help me. I need this person to do this. Even with machinery, it's not to start there. It's to say, how resourceful can I be with what I have? So let me give you an example. We make a foam scrub and we need a foam base. For almost 3 years, I was using slow cookers. I just went to Macro, buy 10 slow cookers, and we were making them in the slow cooker. It's a 5 kg. So it means that I need to, if I'm doing 100 kgs, I need to do 10 of those repeat batches to get to 100 kg. I did that because I was trying to save on the overheads. When I realized that my clients are now suffering based on, are they getting the products on time? Are they getting a good service? I realized that I need someone else. So I then got a second person, and she was working 3 days a week. Because I didn't want to commit for 5 days and I end up not being able to pay her. So we then started with Antoinette for 3 days. And now with Antoinette, we're working until 10 o'clock. We can't service the demand. So I then said to Antoinette, no, you need to start working now Monday to Friday. Then we worked Monday to Sunday. And then we realized that, okay, the place that we are at and the number of people that are there are quite small. So we decided to move from the garage to a little bit of a bigger space, and then we hired one extra person. So the only time I decide to change, it's when we can no longer do it with the capacity that we have or the people that we have. So don't start by wanting to have everything. Try and do everything yourself, and then now and then let go of certain things. As a small business, the other lesson that I learned is that you need to be jack of all trade. You need to learn everything. You need to know everything that's happening in your business.
Yes.
Because sometimes we get complacent. We've got people that are working for us, and then we sit in a mall, they're shopping while they're working. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if there's any theft happening. You don't know if there's any wastage that is happening. Being there, you are able to see what is going on, and you can rectify it earlier than when you are just gallivanting and trying to live a life that you should not be doing, but you should be in your business.
Yes.
So for a long time, I worked from 8 o'clock until maybe 12 o'clock at night. Because in the evening I was doing invoices, I was answering calls, I was responding to clients. And now that I can't afford to do that, I won't be able to manage. I then got people that can help me with it. So try contain the cost and the overheads and the expenses while you are making the money. You'll see. And I think you get to be encouraged when you see, oh, I sold 20 scrubs. Out of those 20 scrubs, oh, I've got 10,000 in the bank. But imagine you've sold those 20 scrubs, you've got 10,000 in the bank. Now you need to pay 8,000. Then you start getting more discouraged. Oh, will I make money here? But when you start seeing your bank balance 10, 20, 30, 40, that's when you start pushing. And when you love it, it just comes natural.
And you also do training?
Yes, I do.
What kind of trainings do you do?
So we train people how to make products. It's a basic training that we run. So we teach you about the ingredients, how they work, and why they are there and why they function the way they function. We then do the experiments where you are making the product yourself. And the biggest aspect that I see that people have a vision but don't want to do their work. So in cosmetics, it's not going to learn one lotion and you believe you can sell that lotion for the next 10 years. That does not work. You know, there's a lot of research that needs to go into it. You need to read a lot. You need to try a lot. And people that I've seen come to my training, they are not ready to start the journey of being a, let's say, a manufacturer or a cosmetic formulator, because that takes a lot more than just coming for that one-day training. I have 2 people that I have trained, and I've seen them go through hell in terms of learnings and coming and selling their brands. I mean, they're doing very well in the market. I help them in terms of troubleshooting some of their products, but they are willing to do that work. They are willing to do the hard work. So when you come, you learn the basics, but the rest of the work you need to do yourself. If not, you need to then enroll into a formal school where I started, because I had to do a formal school. Formula Botanica, I studied there. And that's where I got most of my learnings. I became a cosmetic formulator because of that school. Other than that, I would have just been a manufacturer with no qualification.
I see. I mean, doing the training is sort of providing other people with the skills that you have. And I think that's so noble, because that's how you make money, right? You could just sell the products and not train anyone. How did the training come about, and why was including the training important for you? So,
you know, Nokolo, the one aspect is this God keeps coming into my life. I never planned to train. My clients were asking, please train us. Please train us. You know, and I remember the first lady that came, she was from Mukopane, and she said, Tens, please, I'm coming on a Saturday. Train me. I don't care whether you've got the staff, you don't have, just show me what to do. She came, I didn't have a manual. I have nothing. So I just said, okay, I'm going to show you what I do. So that day after finishing with her, I felt so fulfilled. I was like, I could actually do this, you know? And I started advertising. I was still in the garage at that time. I started advertising. I was teaching one person at a time. And I was now booked Monday to Sunday. So I then said, okay, let me go to 2 people. Then I did 2 people. And I was booked Monday to Sunday. So and it's a whole day. So I'm thinking, I don't make a lot of money on training. So I need to find another way to train, but train a lot of people. So the move to the second location helped us to do that, because I could now train 10 people in one go, and we were doing it on a Saturday. And then I could still concentrate on my manufacturing Monday to Saturday, to Friday. So I really love training. And the people spoke, and then I responded.
Yes.
So it was most of, even my skincare brand, people were saying, we love your product, we can't afford to buy and sell, we want to use it. Then I started having a brand. So it's what the market is saying that I respond to.
Sure.
Yeah.
So when the vision first came, it was to be a manufacturer?
No. The vision was to have my own brand, Ten Skin, and sell and become big, like, L'Oreal that was the goal. But it shifted, because while I was engaging with my clients were saying, why don't you make products for us so that we can sell? Then I realized, okay, I can be a manufacturer because I'm already manufacturing these products. And I started manufacturing for my clients. And the more I manufactured, the more they came. And I realized I make more money than manufacturing, because I get the money first and then send it to the client. Whereas in retailing, I must spend, then recover the money. So it made more sense to go into manufacturing. So all the journeys that I've shifted from where the goal was, it's either God intervened through my clients, and that's what I responded to. Yeah. So in marketing, there's this one lesson. They say, when your clients or when the customer has a need, respond to that need. Don't respond to the need that you think the customer has, which is the biggest mistake that we make. We sit in our businesses and we say, oh, I want this brand and I want it to be like this and I want to do this. And you launch a scrub and you find that the market does not want a scrub. A market wants a body wash. Then what? So it's important to really put your ears on the ground and understand what are people looking for. And you gravitate towards that. Where there's a need, you are going to get the sale. But if you are coming with something that is not a need in the industry, you're going to struggle in selling your products. Yeah.
Obviously, we are a skincare brand.
Yes.
And our focus is to try and sell natural skincare. And I just wanted to ask, from your perspective as a manufacturer, what is the importance of natural skincare?
All right. So
and the benefits.
As a benefit. Okay. So let me start by maybe just explaining a little bit about natural. Okay. So we know that plants, animals, natural stuff. Okay. And the word natural is used a little bit loosely, including organic. So when a product is natural, it means that it comes from a natural origin. Okay, so it's a plant, it's an animal, it's a fruit, it's a vegetable. That's where we are talking. But that product, so let's say that fruit, that tree, those leaves, they need to be converted to a specific format in which it can be used in the product. Okay. So that's where we find that there are products that are mechanically derived. So you go and heat, let's say you've got dry herbs, and then you go and grind them, and then you add water, and then you leave them for like 8 weeks, and then you've got an extract. So we call that mechanical, because you used physical strength to be able to get that. Then we also have chemically derived. They used a chemical to remove whatever ingredient that is there, so that you can use it in your product. Then we've got organic. Organic is when this product is organic certified, meaning there are certain conditions the farmer needed to go by so that they can say it is organic. It's like halal.
Yes.
I can't just take any product anywhere and say, oh, halal certified.
Yes.
It needs to go through certain standards for it to be halal, same as organics.
Yeah.
Now, the beauty of nature is that it provides us with everything.
Yes.
Everything that is in skincare literally is there in nature.
In nature,
right?
okay.
And the only time where we get synthesized ingredients is when they're trying to bring in a much better feel, a luxurious texture.
Okay.
That's when you start getting into your synthetic ingredients. Your natural ingredients, you would have noticed that they might not have a nice sensory feel. Sometimes they don't look that great. So like an extract, the extract will be the color of whatever that you are trying to do. Hibiscus, it's going to be dark red.
Yes.
Maybe you are looking for a clear product. You're not going to get it from that.
Okay.
For us to get that hibiscus extract to be clear, now we need to go synthetic.
Okay.
So for me, is that with natural, there are less irritants.
Okay.
It is also widely accepted that nature does wonder to our skin. Yeah.
Beautiful. I love that. And what are some of the lessons that you would like to share with business owners, particularly in the skincare space? Maybe one or two that you've learned through your experience that you'd like to share with others.
Sure. I think the biggest one is consistency in cosmetics. It is good to make a product for the client the first time and the client loves it. But because our products are handcrafted, we don't use a lot of machinery.
Yeah.
It means that the craft can be between 10 to 15% different from what the other batch that you made the last time. Okay, so they vary a lot.
Yes.
And the variation comes in different aspects. Did you mix it the same amount of time? Sure. Did you use the same speed as the last time? Did you use the same ingredients from exactly the same manufacturer? So if, let's say, I change my shea butter from one supplier to another supplier,
yes,
I might get a very different end product of a product or of that a product that I'm making. So it's important that you document what you are making.
Okay.
So in our lab, every single product that we make, if I'm stirring, let's say for 1 minute, I will write, I was stirring with a whisk for 1 minute.
Sure.
Then if I add let's say, different ingredient and I waited for it to absorb, I will write, I waited for 10 minutes to absorb. You need to go through those steps all over again so that your consistency is the same.
Yes.
Let's say I skip the one where I waited for it to absorb. I just, I'm in a hurry, I'm not going to wait.
Yes.
And then you start adding stuff.
Yeah.
It might go wrong.
Okay.
And there is the first lesson, is that for every single product that you make, please document every single aspect of how you made the product.
Okay.
Temperature as well. Did you add hot water because you were trying to dissolve something quicker? You need to write it down. Because now when you are doing it the next time, you don't remember you added hot water.
Yes.
Then you add cold water and it doesn't dissolve. You're going to say, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's happening? So that's the first lesson. The second lesson is go into business because you love it. Don't go for the love of the money. Because when the money does not come, that business is going to go down.
Yeah.
Everybody says, do something you love and you'll never work.
Yeah.
Everybody says that. I didn't understand it until I went into sales and marketing and cosmetics. I told you when I came here that I was working.
Yes.
I would probably cancel your party on a Saturday because I just want to be in the lab.
Sure.
That's how I love work. So first, do what you love. And the second is, please document everything. I mean, the most simplest thing like color. We weigh our color now. So if I put one drop, I don't say I put one drop. Because the one drop tomorrow might be different. So we weigh it. What is that one drop? It's 0.001 gram. that's what we're going to weigh the next time around. Yeah.
So precision is very important.
Precision is very
this
important.
Industry.
Yeah.
And lastly, what keeps you going?
Sure. One, God keeps me going.
Yes.
Okay. Because I've had lots of challenges in my life. Not only career-wise, financial as well, health-wise as well. And I find that God always comes through.
Yeah.
You know. What also gets me going is the love of my children.
Yeah.
I brought them to earth and I need to look after them the right way. So that's the second aspect. The third aspect is me. I drive myself. I'm a driver. And when I say I want to do something, I want to do it.
Yeah.
But most of it is that what keeps me going is that I am not alone.
Yes.
There's someone with me all the time. Sometimes I ignore him. Sometimes I'm not happy with him.
Yes.
Sometimes I just don't even want to think about him.
Yeah.
But the day that I want to recognize, or I want to talk to him, or I want him to be by my side, he's by my side because he's never left me.
Yeah.
And that's God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
It was so lovely having you.
No, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like, and I will see you on the next one.